Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Agave Talk, your number one source for everything agave. We appreciate you being here with us today. Today, we are excited, super excited. Yes, this is Agave Talk, and no, this is not agave. That's why we're excited, though. Why? Because we're drinking Sotol. If you have never had or heard of Sotol, it is usually confused as an agave spirit, but the Sotol plant itself is actually not agave. The Sotol plant itself, also named the desert spoon, go Google it, is actually more related to asparagus. So we do kind of classify Sotol when we're talking about tequilas, mezcals. You start talking like bacanoras, raicilla. Sotol gets brought up as well. It's kind of like a cousin to agave spirits, so to think of. But the education behind this, Sotol is not agave. No, it is more of a shrub type plant. Highly recommend you go and check that out. Do some Googling, go down that rabbit hole. Kind of cool. This brand today we are bringing to you, brand new brand established in 2020, right at the drop of the pandemic. Wow. But they made it through. Super small craft spirit. They're only producing about 1,000 liters a year right now. So tiny operation. However, coming with tiny operations, a lot of times we have found some huge, big flavors, as well as a lot of attention to details. So talking about details, we're going to push this bottle back and we're going to look at both of them, but I'm going to look at this Blanco first. So Casa Médanos Sotol, this is coming out of the state of Chihuahua. Well, let me get that back in focus. This is coming out of the state of Chihuahua. Some cool little things you'll see here. We actually have our picture of the Sotol plant. We then have a picture of some sand dunes with the sun going on back there. We got some coordinates, a lot of stuff going on. So let me break it down to you. First and foremost, the Sotol plant itself. Again, it is not agave. It is a shrub type plant. Check it out. Chihuahua is a state this is made. It was established in 2020. All right. Man, we are having some camera issues right now. This right here, Maestra Sotolera, all right? The people who create Sotols are called Sotoleros or the very first Sotolera. Yes, Casa Médanos has actually the only female Sotol maker in the entire industry. Her name is Paola Cisneros. She is the only female Sotolera in the industry. Hats off, Paola. Thank you for creating this beautiful juice that we are about to open up and try. Still sealed, super cool. Sotol going all around the bottle. These are some heavy glass bottles. You'll notice also here these sand dunes. The sand dunes are Samalayuca. So in Mexico and in that area of Chihuahua, Samalayuca are really famous sand dunes, super beautiful. Again, please go check that out online to dive a little deeper. This is a Blanco, double distilled, 40% alcohol. You'll notice on this side, we got some coordinates, and you'll notice on this side, we got some coordinates as well. The coordinates on the bottle, and this is super cool. It's kind of like a treasure hunt. One of the coordinates is for Chihuahua, where the spirits are distilled or made. The other is the coordinates of the Samalayuca sand dunes. And here you go. Hint, there's going to be a future tasting room opening up. So if you want to know where that is, you're going to have to plug these coordinates into your favorite map app. Check it out, and you'll get to see where the future tasting room of Casa Médanos Sotol is. Kind of like a treasure hunt. I love it, all right? So going over to the side, we just got some, some little bit of information on the brand itself, some of the website, nothing on the back. And again, over here, just some information. Of course, please don't drink while you're pregnant or driving. So the Blanco straight, this too also. What's really curious about this brand, both of these are single varieties. Super cool, super excited because right here we have our, this bottle is made from Dasylirion liophyllum, all right? So Dasylirion liophyllum, and our Hoven over here, this is made from Dasylirion willari, all right? Dasylirion willari and Dasylirium liophyllum. Dasylirium willari is very common. Every Sotol I've had always had a little bit in there, but to drink it just straight by itself, I'm really excited to actually taste what does Dasylirium willari by itself physically taste like. Also here we got that liophyllum, really checking this out, excited. But I'm gonna push this to the back and bring the Hoven up. Why is it darker? All right, it's not because of the species. The species, if you distill both of them, is going to give you that clear, that Blanco, right? But what's kind of unique about this bottle is that it was aged 3 days in oak barrels. Yes, and 3 days really gave it a really golden color to it. So excited to see how that's going to pan out. This right here is made from our master Sotolero, Marco Antonio Mendez. All right. So both of these bottles, too, made in completely different places. They're from 2 different distilleries. Again, if you're really into mezcals, you know that that's a common practice. So I'm excited as I'm talking about this and learning about the brand myself to make the video. I've just been really excited to open these bad boys up and check out the juice inside. So Marco Antonio Mendez made this. That golden color is coming from being aged 3 days in oak barrels. And other than that, the same stuff on the side. We have the coordinates of a couple locations in Chihuahua, as well as the coordinates to the Samalayuca sand dunes there too. So with that being said, we are about to open these up, pour them out. What I want to do as well, I got my cups off to the side, but you gotta show respect to these spirits. The plant itself takes about 15 years to grow, all right? And then the production also, it's more close to mezcal, where it might have a smokier kind of flavor, really rustic production and distilling methods, really old and traditional. So I'm gonna open these bottles, all right? Let's get these tops off. We just kind of got some plastic right here. But after I pour it out, I'm gonna let it sit for a moment and really just kind of let it open up. We got the Blanco off. We got the Hoven off. Let your bottles pop. Oh, yeah. Real hefty wood. Just kind of painted black on the Blanco. And then for our Hoven as well, the same top. All right. So I am going to pour these out. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. Wow, even just pouring out that little bit, it kind of smelled like a campfire. I'm like standing over the bottles right now, and I'm definitely getting some fire, some smoke. I'm really excited to check these out right now. But like I said, we are going to let these sit for a moment just to kind of open up and really let it breathe and kind of give it that respect it deserves. It took so long to grow. Why not take that extra step to really let it shine? All right. So just kind of fixing the shot. Let's get that back. Let's get that back. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right. We are back. Let's take a look at this Blanco first, and then we'll move over to the Hoven expression. I definitely want to go with the Blanco first before I get into anything aged, even though it's only aged for 3 days. So looking at the legs and tiers, we can get it in right there. Really sticky. That is very sticky. You can see that big curve right here. That is not going anywhere. That is not going anywhere. That is very, very, very interesting. Let's take a look at the Hoven itself. Triple distilled. So one is double distilled, the other is triple distilled. But look in here, the Hoven actually dissipates a whole lot faster than the Blanco. The Blanco is very sticky, doesn't really move. The Hoven is definitely on the move. See it kind of evaporating. Yeah, and just kind of running away. Very, very interesting. The smell on these are extremely strong. I mean, as I poured it out and as I'm sitting across from them, I can really, really smell just even all the way over here. Oh, yeah. So, taking in that Blanco, that's actually curious. So you're definitely getting some smoke. But what is that? It's kind of sweet, like even like lemon, like, oh man, that is interesting. You're getting a little bit of smoke on there. When I poured it out, it smelled like kind of like campfire-ish. But as that first initial smell went away, I'm now kind of getting like lemon oil, kind of citrusy, not a lot of spice going on. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, I don't know if you ever go like shopping for candles and you get like a beach themed candle that smell like that freshness. Like, it's definitely a fresh smell. Kind of fruity. That is, I was not expecting that at all. Like lemony, lemon oil, kind of minerally in there too. But that is interesting. I'm gonna go jump over to the Hoven before we taste. I just want to smell. Ooh, okay. So then see that's oh, so you're getting a little bit of the smoke, a little hit of the smoke. Kind of burnt. But then you're getting more of that vegetal. It's more veggie like, more earthy like. Whereas I gotta get this back. Where that's more like fresh and bright. Even like gum, like the pink old school pink gum, like with the powder on it. Or like some bubblicious. Kind of even like gummy fruity. Whereas this, the Hoven is more earthy. It's definitely more earthy, a little more vegetal, kind of like asparagus. Like it actually kind of smells like asparagus, like cooked asparagus. It is in that family, so that's very interesting. But it's more like dirty, whereas this is more like clean and just wow. The stark difference between the smell on both of those is amazing. And again, just in Sotol itself not being a very large market, you're really getting a lot of, just a handful of producers. And oh, the smells on both of those are just completely different. All right, let's dive in. Let's dive in because I can sit here and just smell these all. It's so unique. All right, cheers. Salud. Okay. Wow. So, like I said, kind of cool, kind of fresh, like a fresh beach breeze. It's definitely got a little like hint of smoke in there, but I'm even getting a little bit of anise on the very end. But it's just like so fragrant. You're in the mouth. It's more fragrant, kind of lavendery, like perfume, violet, rose petal, like just that fresh, bright, fresh, really unique taste, and it's kind of got that smoke to it, right? Let me take a last sip. Yeah, that is so interesting, so interesting. Like it really reminds me of like just something like even like a marmalade or something like a fresh marmalade. You got the lemon kind of lemon oil fruitiness, but it's perfume like as well. And it's just so fresh. It is so interesting. Let me take a sip of this Hoven. Oh, just such a stark difference. Mm. So this, you're definitely getting more smoke. You're definitely getting more smoke on the initial, and even as I'm talking, I can feel it and taste it more on my tongue. The smokiness to this, and it really is. It's just more in depth. It's more dark. So you got like summer, winter, spring, fall, even. You know what I'm saying? Like day, night. They're just two completely different tastes. It's wild, coming from the same brand. So very common in mezcal and also Sotol as well. That is so interesting. It's definitely more smoky. And you're getting like more of the wood, absolutely, because of that oak. And I think that's what might be giving it more of that depth as well. You're definitely getting some of those like oaky flavors, maybe like tobacco even. It's it's oh man, these are so interesting. Like even like cedar a little bit. Mm. Yeah, definitely kind of more like artichoke, asparagus, more vegetal, kind of like vegetable. It's got like that greener kind of flavor. Um, and oh my gosh, they're throwing me for a loop. I'll be honest with you. It's just so unique. And I'm digging both of them. I am really digging both of those. Those are so interesting. The flavors on them are kind of wild. We highly recommend anybody to please venture outside of just tequila, venture outside of just your typical mezcal like an espadín or something, right? There are so many cool, unique spirits coming from Mexico, that are kind of categorized within the whole agave, movement. And again, even though Sotol is not agave, a lot of times it is connected to that category when we talk about it. And these are just so unique. I'm very happy I was able to get a chance to explore these. It's just the easiest way to put it. Like they're just so starkly different. They're so unique within themselves. Hats off to distillers, hats off to the brand. I look forward to revisiting this as time goes on, and also sharing it with some people too to kind of get their thoughts. So, hey man, we appreciate you being here. If you have not done so already, please hit that like and subscribe, as well as follow us on Instagram at Agave Talk. All right. Cheers, everybody. Take care. Go get yourself a bottle, and on to the next one.